I have been hunting and shooting my bow for as long as I remember. I think having opportunities like that at such a young age has definitely increased my love for the outdoors. Just the excitement behind hunting and waking up in the morning and going out to the stand and watching everything come to life and having deer like right there in front of you. I love bow hunting for that reason. It's up close and personal, and that is just so exciting. My family and I, we live a really unique life because we travel the country most of the year promoting hunting and archery, and because we do that, we get to see God work, and that has really stretched out our faith. You know, we have had a lot of highs and lows throughout our life, but it's what makes life interesting. Because we travel so much, I've had a lot of high-pressured situations, and I love that. I get to shoot in tournaments, shoot our pop-ups, shoot against celebrities, shoot against adults. It is just so much fun being able to be competitive with that, and I really enjoy that. It's so much different hunting in the woods and being one-on-one, knowing that you only get one shot if that deer walks by and gives you an opportunity. Just the emotion of that and the excitement behind that. You know, I think I can like hear my heart racing when a deer walks out, hoping that I get an opportunity to kill a deer. Because when I'm at that particular moment and there's a deer in front of me, everything I've ever learned about hunting somehow like disappears from my mind or something, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's a deer, am I gonna make the shot and stuff. So it's really exciting, but it's something I struggle with, and I need to get a deer.
That was big. That's the white head. Wow. What'd you think about that?
I liked it. That was cool.
That's a good birthday present, huh? Man, he's right there.
I didn't see him for a long time, but then I heard him as I saw him.
He was right there.
First he came out, then I guess he jumped.
Some of my earliest memories of hunting, I was 8 years old hunting in Florida on my uncle's farm, and I had like a little 6-point walkout, and I shot and I missed. I mean, even back then my heart was like, oh my gosh, it's a buck, it's a deer right in front of me. And that hasn't changed at all. I love getting out in the woods and hunting.
So Megan, how do you like hunting out here?
I like it.
Tell us what happened this morning.
I shot at a deer, but I missed it.
How big was he?
I think it was a 6-point.
Have you had a lot of opportunities today, or this year so far?
Yes.
So you drew back 3 times and shot out 1. Now we just need to hit 1.
Yes.
Well, it's pretty warm out here today, isn't it?
Mosquitoes are bad.
Yeah. What kind of bow are you using?
Missions, Grace.
Yeah, do you like it?
I love it.
Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna try to get it done, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
I always
Wow, what a morning. We are heading in for lunch. We left the bow, everything in the stand, and we're coming back out here. This morning was a pretty exciting morning, right,
Awesome.
Megan?
It was so
Tell us
cool.
about what happened, Megan.
So we heard a big crashing noise in the ditch in front of us. And so we kept looking, and then we saw a buck. We didn't know how big, but we saw him. And so he goes and disappears for a few minutes. And then Daddy rattles, and about, 5-10 minutes
About 5
later?
minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes later, he comes on the other side, comes straight to us, and that was so cool, because, he came like within 14 yards, and that was so cool. Then another smaller buck came in, and they didn't like each other.
Both 10 points.
Yeah, that was so cool. You can take it back now. I don't know what else to say. So moving to Iowa, I definitely thought was going to be a lot easier to kill a deer because I just kind of thought, hey, it's Iowa, land of the giants, they're everywhere. You go out one morning, kill it, done, okay. That was definitely not the case. I was in front of a lot of big deer, but not all of them was in bow range, not all of them came out every day. So it was definitely a lot harder than I was expecting, but what I love is you get to go and you find their sheds. You get to see them on trail cam pictures. You get to name them, like in particular Big Joe. We followed him all summer. And then you grow a connection with that deer. And last year I hunted that deer pretty hard the whole season. Every day we'd see him, like not quite close enough, but he was still there, and we get to grow and make new memories with him. But I never had a shot opportunity. Good picture of. Split time. We moved up, or on the spring of 2017, we found one side of his shed. It was the first shed we found on our farm, so that hunting season, we are hunting, and it was such an exciting hunt because my dad, it was November 8th, so my dad hits the horns and rattles, and out of nowhere this deer, split time, comes running down aggressively, and it was such an amazing opportunity because I've never experienced anything like that. And so he's coming in and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's about to happen, it's gonna happen. But he comes down and he gets downwind of us and he stands there, which felt like forever. And then until he had enough of our smell, I guess, he ran off. And that was the last time we saw him that year. So the spring of 2018, we have both sides of split time. And wow, it's so cool. And then the summer, we see him on our trail cam pictures, and he put on a lot of mass. And then my dad saw him one day this year, but it was a mile from our farm, so we haven't had an opportunity with him this year, so hopefully he made it through. Cupcake Wow. He's a mainframe 10 with split barrel tines, and he also has a drop tine, so that makes him a 13 point. So as we're sitting in the stand, we hear a lot of running around and grunting from the cornfield right in front of us. And out of nowhere, this doe comes running out of the corn, runs right by, but stops at a scrape that my dad sprayed deer scent on. And then all of a sudden, Cupcake comes running out, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, here he is. So I was like, super excited, and here he comes. He's coming full speed because he's trying to get the doe, and so my dad has to grunt and stop him. My adrenaline was so high. I was so excited. I aimed a little high, plus he squatted, so I shot right over him. That was the closest I've ever been to an opportunity of a deer like that. And I was heartbroken, and my face at the end says it all, so I'll just have to continue being patient.